Time now for some business news here on France 24. And for that, I'm joined here in the studio by my colleague Charles Pellegrin. And Charles, we're starting with Germany's support program, one of the largest in the developed world.
That's right, Tom. Chancellor Olaf Scholz, government announcing a 65 billion euro relief package. This is the third. So it brings the total cost of aid measures to 95 billion euros, all to help German households and businesses cope with the rise in energy prices and the cost of living. So let's take a look at some of those measures now. 1.5 billion euros have been made available to extend a €9 ticket scheme for regional and local public transport that was enacted for this summer, and 6 billion euros have been allocated to make one-time payments of 300 euros to pensioners. We'll also see a single payment of 200 euros for students and an increase in child allowance, as well as an increase in the number of people eligible for housing allowance. Now, on top of that, a cap on profits has been introduced for energy producers who don't generate power from gas. The proceeds from this windfall tax would then be used to create an electricity price break for households. Take a listen to the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz.
There are windfall profits, excess profits, which are made by producers who can simply take advantage of the situation that the very expensive price for gas determines the price of electricity, and who therefore earn a lot of money. We have therefore firmly resolved to change the market organization in such a way that these windfall profits no longer occur or that they are skimmed off.
Well, other European countries have also announced support measures to deal with the impact of rising energy prices. Sweden and Finland both announcing financial liquidity measures for their energy companies as they're being asked for spiking collateral requirements to trade electricity. This as some energy traders expect gas and power market prices to breach new records in the coming week after Russia's suspension of supply on the Nord Stream 1 pipeline. Since the invasion of Ukraine, and for a year now, gas prices have risen over 400%. So let's take a look at some of the markets, market action taking place in the U.S. This hour. We saw mixed trading throughout the session. This as the U.S. dollar has strengthened sharply, leading to a weakened Japanese yen and Korean won. You can see the Nikkei in Tokyo closing just below the 0% line. Same for the Shanghai Composite, and you can see the Kospian sold down by 0.5%. In Hong Kong, that bourse trading by down 1.5%. The energy crisis in Europe, coupled with the global climate crisis, boosting calls to accelerate the transition to green energy, including in the U.S., where the Biden administration has passed measures worth close to $400 billion to support green technology, like battery production for electric vehicles. Jean-Emile Jamin has this report from the state of Georgia.
You can't get more classic American than a truck. But Cody Kane is instead showing a vehicle that's anything but retro.
I keep thinking when I raise this hood, there's going to be an engine under here.
It's the first battery-powered version of the best-selling car in the US, a Ford.
We can shift the vehicle to the sport mode.
The electric truck is a sign that new times are coming here to the middle of the country. Now, for the first time in decades, people are moving to and not from the city of Commerce, Georgia.
Well, we've seen a lot of new people coming into town from out of state, even from a lot of people from out of country also. It's given us a lot more business.
One of the explanations can be found at a recently built battery factory in the city, which has led to thousands of new jobs. The batteries made here must, among other things, drive Ford's new 580 horsepower electric truck called Lightning.
Whoa, okay. This is Ferrari fast.
Last week, Honda and LG announced that they are jointly building an even bigger battery factory in another state, Ohio. That's good news for one of the old industrial areas of the US, hit hard by factory closings. One need only look at results in commerce, where the battery factory has created new tax revenues, turning into new schools and a new town center.
I think what you're going to see Commerce, Georgia become as a Renaissance community where we redefine ourselves and really become a center place for green energy.
While still in its infancy across the southern states, going green is a trend that looks set to catch on. And it's got all the incentive it needs after Congress passed its sweeping climate bill to encourage clean energy transition.
That's it for this business update, but you can follow us on any podcast platform you want. Just look up for Business Daily on France 24. Back to you, Tom.
Charles Pellegrin with the business news. Thank you very much.